News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. It is now time for Chamber on the Air with Lisa Workman and the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. So good morning, Lisa.
Good morning and Happy New Year, Dave.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a while. It feels like it's been forever since we've done this show, but it's just last year, so.
It's been a year.
It's been a year. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. Again, I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Chamber. It is my pleasure to host our Chamber on the Air where we get to feature some great chamber members and talk about some things happening with their organization and business. And, we were talking before we went on the air. We thought we could probably fill an hour or two, but I do believe you have another show that starts at 11. So we'll try to get done by then. Well, actually, we will be done by then. So if you want more information about the events or the businesses that we talk about today, I encourage you to check out the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. We've got a great business directory. There's some hot deals, some job postings, all kinds of great information, even a community calendar of events where you can find out what's happening in and around the Fergus Falls area. And one of those events that are happening is the Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament. You can register for that at fergusfalls.com. Luke Leffler will be joining us shortly from Northern Lanes. Other things happening in the chamber world is we are 140 years old this year. Some days, boy, do I feel it. No, I'm just kidding. So, yes, the Fergus Falls Chamber has been serving our business community since 1886. So we will be celebrating our 140th anniversary this year, and with all thanks due to our business community and the many organizations that support the Fergus Falls Chamber. So that's coming up. We've got a Chamber Cafe in March, again, a virtual Chamber Cafe. We had a fantastic virtual Chamber Cafe this morning, which later this week you'll be able to find it on YouTube, so you can catch up with that. And like I said, check out our website at fergusfalls.com. You'll find out details about many of our great members and hear about things that are happening. If you want to be connected in the community, get connected to the chamber. And of course, the invitation is always open to businesses and nonprofit organizations, churches, schools, you name it. If you want to get connected to the community and take advantage of some of these great resources like being on the air, check out Chamber Membership. You can visit with Amy Callan. She's our Director of Membership and Marketing. She'd be happy to meet with you. So without any further ado, we're going to move on over and we're going to visit with Chris Wilkie, who is with the Victor Lundin Company. And you guys have celebrated over a century too, haven't you, Chris?
1914 is when we started, April of 1914. So this year we'll be celebrating 112 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, it really has. When you look back and you're like, you know what? Looking back to 1912, what was happening then to what's happening now, it's amazing.
It's amazing, and the business has transitioned and changed over those years.
So much.
But there are some staples that have been part of the business for a very long time and been really taking care of the business community throughout over a century. I just think of all the great custom printing and design work and ad specialties. So let's talk about things happening at the Victor Lundin Company.
So most of people know us from our retail store, which has been in downtown Fergus Falls since 1919.
Wow.
Our building has been there since right after the cyclone. Our main building, anyway, where our bookstore is and where you find our office supplies. Next door, of course, is our gift store, which has tons of great gifts, ideas, inspirational gifts, cards. And right now, we are gearing up for inventory.
Oh,
yes. It's
not so fun for the staff, but there is a benefit to the community.
It's called our inventory reduction sale, which starts on Monday. So you can stop in and stock up on everything. So we're selling it to you at a great price, and that means I don't have to count it on Saturday.
That makes sense too. And like you said, from office supplies to, what an amazing book selection.
Right.
And the gifts, so unique. And you can gift yourself, right?
Absolutely.
maybe Santa didn't bring everything that you had on your list, or
No.
maybe you were on the naughty list.
Yes, and you have to go shopping for yourself. Yes,
Shop
absolutely.
for yourself.
Yep. And like you said, we also, do custom printing. A lot of people don't know that. That's how.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird to me. But that's how we started. We started out as a print shop in 1914. So, and we've grown into not only printing for locally here in the community, but nationwide. We have customers in Washington and Montana, all over the Midwest, and even in Texas and Oklahoma.
That's a fun fact that I didn't even know, and I pretend I know everything, but it's not true. And that is why you tune in to Chamber on the Air, is to
Yes.
find out these interesting things. So when it comes to custom printing, Chris, talk a little bit about some of the types of things that you guys are printing.
Everything from business cards to order forms, but we also do a lot. More of our printing is egg-based, so for elevators and farmers in the community or
Sure.
in the area, and nationwide, we do lots of forms for, like their scale tickets and their bill of ladings and their invoices. I
You name
learned
it.
so much more about the egg community as a printer than I ever did growing up in a small rural community.
Yeah, you grew up in a farming town.
I
so-
did.
But you didn't know all the forms that they needed.
Absolutely, and it's crazy how many they do need, and we service a lot of those areas.
And so, you guys can create whatever the customer
Whatever they
needs.
need. When we say custom, we mean absolutely custom. Emily came in. We do a lot of printing for Emily, and so we do.
She's got some great stuff. We're going to talk about that. Yeah.
So from business cards to forms for her, we do everything.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I think some folks didn't know is that you guys do like what I call advertising specialties,
Yes.
or the marketing that sticks around.
Yes,
The
branded
stuff.
items.
Branded
Yes.
items.
Yes.
Is that the new term for it?
It's one of the two. Yeah, one of the very newest terms, and that means anything from pens to coffee mugs to notebooks. We do notebooks for your
Yes, our Ignite Community Leadership Program that
Yes.
starts next week.
Nice little tie-in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do a lot of that stuff. And right now I'm working on stuff for a lot of businesses that are having their annual meetings that are coming up.
Sure.
Everything from ice cream scoopers to ice scrapers.
Yes.
And we're doing those for a community or someone out of North Dakota. So we do a lot of different branded items for a lot of different businesses.
And it's fun for giveaways, but it's also fun for your employees if you're thinking about things for employees too. So
Right. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't need 500 pens, or I don't need 100 coffee mugs. We do have vendors that do have low quantities, but it just takes us a little bit more time to find them.
Yep.
But-
and you guys will do all the work
Absolutely.
for that too.
Yep.
That's
you just
the
come
best
to me
thing.
with an idea and I can find it.
Yep, absolutely. So get in touch with Chris at the Victor Lundeen Company, and starting Monday, inventory reduction sale.
Yep, absolutely.
See? Good to know. Good to know. Thanks, Chris.
All right.
And thanks
Thanks,
for
Lisa.
the whole team there of
Absolutely.
everything they do. Well, we are going to move over and we're going to visit with Luke Leffler, another long-standing business in the community and long-standing partner with the Chamber for one of our biggest fundraisers
Yeah,
of the year.
I think we're coming up on 32 years. I think this year we've been doing the Battle of Businesses.
just blows me away.
Kind of crazy, but yeah, 32nd time we've been doing it.
Yeah, so the Battle of the Businesses bowling tournament. Tell folks what to expect. Like, what's that going to be like?
Fun. It's a lot of fun. It's meant to be fun. It's just we call it a bowling tournament, but it's really just a time to get together with people within your workplace and get out and do something other than work and have fun together with a bunch of others.
Yeah, and we were talking about like ad specialties and gifts for employees. Team building and doing fun things together is another way to build that culture, that giving people another reason to want to work at an organization.
Yeah, it makes everything go better when you can have fun, inside the workplace. But that starts, I think, from doing stuff other than just the workplace, work environment as well. So it's not about being good. I think somebody sitting by me said, "Oh, if I'm not good at bowling," but we don't base it on that.
If you know which direction to roll the ball, you're good.
Right, as long as it's going the right way, and sometimes it doesn't, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we play some fun games. They've got great food at Northern Air Lanes, too. And, of course, we encourage folks to dress in costume. This year is a Super 70s celebration. So
I've already heard some people talking about what they're drumming up for ideas for that and whatever. I think there's lots of options, so I think we'll see lots of fun things coming out of the 70s.
Yes. The chamber crew, we're going to be in tie-dye ponchos.
So, we gave it away right there.
Well, we planned ahead.
It's always fun to see what comes walking through the door, because we do 3 different shifts. There's 3 different times. We get close. Hopefully we get to 60 teams. We're always very close to that. So, and it's quick. We do all that. We run all those people through in 7
it's
hours
less than 2
total.
hours.
It's less than 2 hours for your shift. But it's fun, all the stuff that we see coming through the door in those times. And like Lisa said, we do different games. It's not just normal bowling. We do a bingo game where the lights are out. You're trying to fill all
there
sorts of
are some
stuff.
lights.
There's even gutter balls you can mark stuff off for.
Exactly, yeah. Credit
stuff
for
like
gutter
that.
balls.
This year we're doing Super 70s, so we're doing 7-pin no taps. So that means you only got to get 7 pins for a strike, so you don't have to be good
At all.
at all. All right, so we should see some big scores there. And then there's a doubles one. Like I said, it's all just based off of often having fun. And 32 years, I think. We haven't had to change a whole lot because it's just
it
worked.
works.
It's been fun.
And
the
people
trophies
love it.
are new, though. The trophies are new. That's
we have
one of
new
the,
trophies this year.
Yeah.
Our King Bob, he's going to be the king of something, so you'll have to wait and see on that one. That one's in process, and then we've got Bob of the Year, but it's really Barbara because it's a girl. Anyhow, you'll be able to watch our social media, get a sneak peek on that one.
You'll be
too,
seeing them coming up before.
But that will
before
go
the big
out.
event.
The Bob of the Year will go to the 26th place team
for 2026.
for 2026. So that'll be kind of a fun one. But
yeah,
registration is open. You guys have forms at Northern Air Lanes. Of course, you can register on the website. A team is just for adults. They don't all have to work at your business. No. They can be friends, spouses, cousins, next door neighbor, whatever it is. Find a business to sponsor, and they get their name out there. And it's a good time.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to go out and have a good time.
Absolutely. So, well, again, we appreciate the partnership that we've had with Northern Air Lanes for 32 years on this.
And it's work, but it's one of our most fun days to work. So.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Luke, to you and the crew there for making it happen for us. You got an amazing crew. I mean, everybody is like running their tailors off.
It's busy, but it's fun. So it's all good.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to shift gears and we're going to visit with Jamie Rodriguez. We're on the new business side of the table. Apparently, you guys organized by business length? I don't know. So Jamie Rodriguez is here with Riverwalk Counseling. Jamie, welcome to the show. Welcome to the chamber. Welcome to Riverwalk. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Riverwalk.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm always happy to share the work that Riverwalk's doing. So Riverwalk is a psychotherapy outpatient practice, and it was started in 2021, the tail end of 2021, where 3 therapists were working for another provider and then kind of saw the need in the community not being met and said, you know what, I think that we could branch off and maybe do our own thing and kind of create the culture that we feel like is good to serve therapy in the Fergus Falls community. And that's exactly what they did over time and saved and were able to open up Riverwalk.
Which is amazing. I love seeing people follow their dreams and opening a new business. It's just,
absolutely.
Like I said, you've been in business now for about 5 years. And
this is our fifth
absolutely. Year.
So,
and the business has already been growing.
It has. So I joined just this year as a partner, and this year we added on 4 therapists. We're at 10 currently.
That's fantastic.
For our outpatient treatment. And so, we are very, very grateful to the community for inviting us in, welcoming our services, and also just welcoming mental health services in general, which in the past, has not been in previous generations as welcomed as a part of healthcare and overall health and wellness. And so we are just, very tickled to be so welcomed in the community.
Absolutely. So, Jamie, tell me a little bit about some of the services and not who your clients, but what do people come in for?
Yeah,
what do they get in touch with you for?
Absolutely. So our practice serves individuals in therapy starting at just 5 years old. So we do children's play therapy. There's kids that have experienced trauma and things like that. So we'll engage in some really creative and fabulous work with children. And then we go all the way up to seniors, in our individual therapy. And then in addition to that, we will do couples and marriage counseling.
Sure.
We do family therapy.
Because there are no dysfunctional families out there.
None.
No.
and I always say that,
I shouldn't laugh about it, but there are things that happen in families and dynamics that can be worked on. It isn't just is what it is. It's something that therapy can help.
Well, I always say there's no perfect family out there.
True.
So, and therapists too. We don't have it perfect, and we also seek therapy. So it's just good to know that this service is available, so we can be the healthiest.
Right.
Even I tell people who are getting married, get some counseling. Start on the right foot.
Yes.
Versus trying to fix a problem later.
Or letting it brew over the years and whatnot.
Yeah. And I kind of wanted to mention just some of the therapies we do.
Absolutely.
So we've got trauma-based therapy and EMDR, which is that one's not a lot of people do that. So I wanted to mention that we have a provider that just got trained in EMDR. So
what is EMDR?
So it's a rapid eye movement treatment for trauma.
Okay.
And yeah, it's really interesting how it's done. I'm not trained in it, but it has a lot to do with lights, and there's an actual
unique therapy.
It is
a
unique therapy. I'm not as skilled in it, so trying to explain it is difficult, but very, very cool and very effective.
Right. And so if folks have done therapy maybe somewhere else or tried something and it really didn't fit them, you guys offer a variety, like you said, of other types of therapies. Yep. Tell us a little bit how folks would get started.
So to get started, you can go to our website. You actually can check out our providers. You can read the information about them, what they provide, so you can get a vibe for who you feel like is the best provider for you, because that's important.
Yeah.
We want you connected with someone that you feel comfortable working with. I'm confident in every one of our providers, so you take a look and take your pick. And then you can contact us directly from the website. There'll be an email option. You can also call us at our, just directly to our office. We do have an office staff full time, and they will get you started. There is some paperwork that we'll want to gather from you, and then we'll get you scheduled and go from there.
And that's the first step. So I always say the website is a good place for folks to start, because they can start on their time. If it's 8 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. That's the other thing I want to mention. So we have providers that work all kinds of hours. We have evenings. We have some that do weekends.
Good to know.
Literally, it's a one-stop shop. Couple of the things I want to mention, just, what are some of the specialties?
Sure.
Depression, anxiety, ADHD, substance abuse, relationship issues, and adult attachment, self-esteem, personality disorders, and, of course, trauma.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share those things.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a great way for folks to start the new year.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jamie, and congratulations
Thank
to
you so much.
Riverwalk Counseling. So we're going to shift the microphone. We're moving on down to Emily McCune, who is she's opened a new business, but she's no stranger to running a business. So Emily, Coquette Patisserie. I am so excited about this new business. Tell us about Coquette and the background and the delicious layers.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of baked goodies.
Happy to be here again in this seat. So currently I'm leasing a space in the River Inn on South Mill Street, and I have plans to hard open the first week of April. There is a little bit of electrical work and plumbing work and a little bit of a build out.
So not quite open.
Not quite open.
Not open brick and mortar yet.
Not brick and mortar.
But the oven has been running.
Yes. So in early 25, I became a registered cottage baker, which means I can bake certain items from home. Also no stranger to that. I did that for most of COVID.
Sure.
Doing cakes and cupcakes and whatnot. But as far as the background goes, it was honestly a trip to Paris in 2023 that stoked the flames and fire of just everything about that experience and the way it made me feel as a woman, as a human being, just existing in that environment. I knew something was going to change in my career. 6 months later, I traveled to Spain for a couple weeks, and it just solidified an idea that had already been brewing, on top of being in a very challenging and stressful industry that I wanted to get out of eventually.
And you have found such a positive way to relaunch a business, a completely different business too. So Coquette Patisserie, if you follow them on Facebook and Instagram, but like food, like the croissants, the layers, guys, I've had them in France. These are better than some of the ones I had there too. So I mean, just they're so authentic.
That's actually that's what I have to base my recipes off of. I did graduate culinary school in November of 2025. So to bring it back, in Spain in March of 24 is when I realized, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right out of the gate. I knew that I wanted to go to culinary school and become a quote unquote real pastry chef. I wanted the experience. I wanted the education. I wanted to learn French technique. So I enrolled in Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts later that year. So I just completed that in November, and I'm actually continuing my education to obtain my associates of occupational science in baking and pastry. So I'll be graduating in May for that. But all I had to go on was my experience eating Parisian croissants. And so that's the barometer for me. I've spent most of late 25 working on recipes, distributing my products throughout the community, taking online orders for pay, of course, to help fund the expensive part of opening a business, which I'm currently polishing up right now. I've got my business plan buttoned up that I'll be presenting to West Central Initiative, get some funding coming in, get some equipment into the beautiful historic space at the River Inn.
That'll be so cool. And so right now, folks can order online, whether it's biscotti or
I've got a whole slew of
croissants,
biscotti, macarons, French cookies, petit fours,
all the
breads,
good things,
brioche breads, all the good things. Yeah, and all those links are on all my social medias.
It's fantastic. Well, we want to bring you back on the show when we open the store.
Sure.
But we are almost running out of time.
Yeah.
We're going to shift gears. We're going to talk hotel.
Thank you.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coquette Patisserie. Just fabulous. Just absolutely fabulous. And speaking of fabulous, Andrew Beck is joining us with the Mill Hotel, talking about a reinvention and a phoenix rising kind of from the ashes or rubble. The Mill Hotel, tell us a little bit about it, Andrew.
So I think most of Fergus was at our grand opening in October.
Yes, it was amazing.
Thanks to the Chamber for that. So one of the questions I got a lot was, how's it going to feel in the winter with it being stone? And I can happily say it is plenty warm in there. Everyone that comes in there actually turns the air conditioner on because it is plenty warm. So it's been an interesting few months of just kind of learning how this is going to go in the winter and all the different quirks, just because it's such an old building. And people are finding that it's a unique experience, but they all seem to really like it.
Yes.
So it's been exciting to see some of those people coming in and telling me all the good things.
Well, and I think for residents too, it's a great place to encourage folks to stay when they come visit, but also stay yourself. Mm-hmm. Like the views from the upper level floors are stunning.
Yeah, it's each room is going to be a different experience. So every time you stay there, you get a little bit of a different feel. Over the river, we had those fireworks, and you could see the fireworks explode at eye level, which was really cool.
Amazing.
So each time you come there, you just look for different quirks and stuff, and it's a cool spot to really show off people that aren't from Fergus, that are coming to town, and show off the downtown area that they didn't really know we had. So it's fun to be part of that process.
Well, and I think of Coquette Patisserie being in the River Inn, which was a hotel many years ago downtown. And now with the Mill Hotel being a downtown hotel, so many things within walking distance, shops, restaurants, all the cool vibes. Victor Lundin Company, Coquette will be walking distance this spring. Just an experience in a stay.
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of collaboration with some of those businesses downtown. We have Valentine's Day coming up, and we're going to do something with Evan at Union, and try and work in some of the different entities in Fergus that we really want to show off and show Fergus has a lot going on.
Absolutely. And I think one of the unique things is you guys have is the family suite ready?
Yes. Yep. So that's been a pretty popular spot this past month. So it's the 2-story. It's got a full kitchen, 2 king rooms. So it's definitely the most unique spot in Fergus to go and just spend a night. And then you've got views of the entire city. So if you're able to come and check it out for a night, I would say definitely do that.
Absolutely. A good in-town staycation where you don't have to worry about the weather or an airplane ticket.
Definitely.
If folks want to learn more, if they want to book, how do they do it?
We have Facebook and Instagram. Otherwise, our website is fergusmillhotel.com. You can go on there, book a night stay. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, and we're happy to answer anything.
Yeah, Andrew's on site much of the time. Of course, if you want to learn more about the Mill Hotel or any of the great Chamber members that we talked to today, check out the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. And we are right up on the hour here. So again, thanks everyone for tuning to Chamber on the Air. I'm Lisa Workman. We'll catch you in February. Bye. And I get cut off. Bye.
It's just our suite, so we only have one of them. But there's only one, but it's got a first floor with a kitchen and like seating area, and then you go upstairs, and then it's got 2 king rooms and then two bathrooms.
What floor is it?
It's the very top.
The very top.
So you see that kind of doghouse on the very top with it's got the antenna on it.
Sure.
So that is a 2-story suite.
Oh my
I
God.
missed that one at the grand opening.
Because it wasn't open.
Oh.
We had some